Good afternoon. I am Jyoti, Assistant Professor, Department of Aviation Management, AJK College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. Today I will be talking about cargo. Now, what is cargo? Cargo is also known as freight. It's basically goods transported from one place to another by air or sea or by road. Though cargo means all goods on board a transport vehicle, it doesn't include items such as personal bag, goods in storage or equipments or products to support the cargo that is being carried. Now let's see the entities involved in transportation of cargo. First is the consignor. Now what do you mean by a consignor? Consignor is basically the person or the company which provides cargo to the carrier. So they are also called shipper or consignor. Next is customs. Customs authorities are crucial for international cargo because they are the authority to collect taxes and duties for commodities which are imported. Next is carrier. Carrier is the mode by which cargo has been transported. That is, it can be by aircraft or by ship or by truck. Then comes the consignee. Now what do you mean by consignee? Consignee is basically the person who receives the cargo from the carrier. Next is the documents which are issued while transporting cargo. You have the shipper's letter of instructions. What is the shipper's letter of instruction? It is the document provided by the shipper in which you get all the details regarding the cargo, the packing of the cargo, the type of cargo, and transportation and documentation of the cargo. Basically, the purpose is to provide the full details of the cargo to the carrier. Customs documents. Customs clearing documents are crucial for facilitating the smooth and legal movement of goods across the international border. These documents provide the necessary information for customs authorities to assess and clear the shipments, ensuring compliance with import and export regulations. Then comes the waybill. Now what is waybill? Waybill is the document issued by a carrier that serves as a receipt for the goods and evidence for the contract of carriage. That is, when the goods are transported by air, an air waybill is issued. If the goods are transported by sea, and then the bill of lading is issued. And if the goods are transported by road, then a waybill or a receipt is issued by the carrier. Then you have the delivery order. Delivery order is basically the document which is issued by the carrier, and it's an authority to authorizing the agent or the consignee to collect the document the goods from the carrier. Now next comes the mean and modes of transportation. What do you mean by transportation? Transportation is very important in cargo handling. So transportation refers to the activity that facilitates physical movements of goods or personnel from one place to another, and individuals or the company which facilitates or are engaged in this themselves in such activities are called transporters. So now let's see the different modes of transport which is used for transporting cargo. First comes the road freight. Road freight is a very popular choice for transporting all manner of goods across the globe. It's particularly suited to situations where products are being transported across the border and for final mile delivery to the customer. That is, it's one of the most financially economical mode of transport, very environment friendly, and door-to-door delivery is also possible if it has been planned well in advance. Then comes the sea freight. Now, sea freight accounts for the vast majority of world's trade. That's because ships can carry significantly bigger and heavier loads than air freight at a fraction of a cost. As a result, it's the preferred choice for transporting bulk materials like agriculture produce and raw materials. And also it's cheaper than air transport and also more environment friendly. Slow moving vessels means goods are less likely to be damaged. Air cargo. Air cargo is the go-to choice for speedy delivery. It's accessible all over the world and a convenient method to move smaller shipments for longer distances. The fixed schedule of airlines makes them a reliable choice. Security is much higher in air cargo than any other mode of transport. Next is logistics and supply chain management. What is logistics? It's the art and science of obtaining, producing and distributing material and products in proper place and in proper quantities at the proper time. Logistics management is a part of supply chain that plans, implements and controls the efficient and effective forward and reverse flow and storage of goods, services, related information between the origin and the point of consumption as it meets customer requirement. Now, what's the difference between supply chain and logistics? Transforming raw materials into products and getting them to the customer is supply chain, whereas the movement of materials in supply chain is logistics. The most popular concept of logistics is the 7 R's. What is it? Now we can get to know that. It's getting the right product in the right quantity, in the right condition, at the right place, at the right time, to the customer at the right price. That is, to the right customer at the right price. Logistics functions. Following area of logistics management contribute to an integrated approach to logistics within supply chain management. They are transportation, warehousing, third and fourth party logistics and reverse logistics. Now let's see what they are. Transportation. Many modes of transportation play a role in the movement of goods in supply chain, that is via air, rail, road, sea and even pipeline. So selecting the most efficient combination improves the value created for customers. Warehousing. When inventory is not in the move between locations, it may have to spend some time in the warehouse. So warehousing is the activity related to receiving and storing shipping materials to and from productions or distribution locations. Then comes the third and fourth party logistics. Now the third party logistics providers actually perform or manage one or more logistics services, whereas the fourth party logistics providers are logistics specialists and play the role of a general contractor by taking over the entire logistic functions for an organization. Reverse logistics. It is a way to handle the return, reuse, recycle or disposal of products that makes the return journey from the customer back to the supplier. Supply chain. What is supply chain? Supply chain is a global network used to deliver products and services from raw materials to the end customer through an engineered flow of information, physical distribution and cash. So the basic supply chain has 3 entities. They are the producer, and the producer has one customer and one supplier. And 4 basic flow connects the supply chain entities together. So that is, first one is the physical flow, the flow of physical material and services from supplier to the end customer. Second one is the flow of cash from the customer to the raw material supplier. Third one is the flow of information back and forth. Okay, and the reverse flow of products, fourth one is the reverse flow of products returned. Now, let's see what these entities are in basic supply chain made up of. Seller. Seller is basically the supplier who provides goods and services, or a person or an organization with whom the buyer does business. That is, the supplier provides raw materials like raw materials, energy, services and components such as plastics, fabrics, electrical wires, etc. And producer is the one who receives components from the seller to produce finished goods or services such as for example, such as shirts from the materials, from the fabrics, crockery from plastics, or power from the electric wires, etc. And customer is the one who receives the finished products. That is, he is the one who wears the shirt, uses the crockery, and turns on the light, which is manufactured by the producer. In short, effective supply chain management leads to reduced costs, improved customer satisfaction, faster time to market, and increased competitiveness in the marketplace. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this video was informative. In case if you have any queries, please comment below. Thank you.